Yo, what up, fellas?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's goody?
Yeah, chilling.
All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Everybody Has a Mic Except for Steve
Oh,
podcast.
That's right.
Episode three, baby.
uh,
Episode three, baby. Sorry, dog. I had to get you. I had to get you. Again, my name is Mo. I am a DJ. I dabble in fitness from time to time. And I am just happy to be here with my brothers. Steve, hit him.
you don't know people? Your boy Stevie B. You can add me at Mr. S.B. on the IG. Always happy to be here. You already know the deal, man. Let's converse, fellas.
It's JT Malone, aka the man formerly known as Freak Nasty, aka the man formerly known as the sneaker consultant. You know, I'm here every day. I wake up, I choose violence. Let's get it popping, fellas.
All right, y'all. All right. All right. Today we're going to throw some audibles out. Audibles since football is going on right now. So we just going to throw out these questions. And you know what? I'm going to throw it out first. See who can catch it. All right. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Look at my notes. Because I had notes for this one. We've been doing so much. Oh, yeah. We're going to go over with this one. All right, y'all. Dating someone with kids. Should a single man with no kids, in your opinion, should a single man with no kids date a woman with a kid or multiple children, or vice versa? Steve, go for it.
Yeah, man. That's a great question, Mo. That's a great question. To be honest with you, I would like to just keep it a buck. If you're going to date someone that has a child, you have to uh take in a lot of things like into perspective as far as like how the child is on a daily basis. As a man, most of the times you're going to be the one directly with the child. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of children that I know and people that I know growing up that grew up with a stepdad. There's two types of ways to be a stepdad. You can either be that person that genuinely cares about this child and you put forth the best efforts into trying to raise this child the best way you possibly can, that's not your child, or you can be absolutely horrible to him. And you have to take in a lot of consideration on how you respond to being a step in for another man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very tough and slippery slope. But as a man, you need to know that it's something that you're willing to accept. From the woman's perspective, dating a man that has a child, equally as such as a man, there's lots of boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at it like, I should have certain abilities to be able to discipline your child or, what I'm saying, say certain things to your child. Now, in some old school households, that might have been accepted from a man stepping into a woman's household because the man wasn't around, or, it just wasn't spoken to for the dad. But for a dad to have a child and have my child be around a man that's going to want to discipline or yell at or approach him from a different perspective, it's so tough. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to yell at my son for any reasons. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that he's in a scenario where that would happen or not, but in the same sense, I couldn't even imagine what that's like. You know what I mean? So dating someone with children, it takes a lot of maturity and it takes a lot of putting the child before the relationship because you are with this woman and or man, depending upon the scenario, but these children are here forever. So
Mhm.
what kind of influence are you going to be in this child's life? Positive, push them to be the best child that they can be, the best, or you're going to be negative and treat them like they aren't yours because they can see it if you're trying not to show it. They can definitely see it. It's such a slippery slope. And in 2024, it takes a lot of maturity to have to be able to be with someone that has children. You have to be a mature person. You have to be at your core a very mature, open-minded person to be with somebody else and help raise them, help raise their children. In my personal opinion.
Seems like you're telling me no. Don't mess with it. It just seems like you say, hell nah, don't do that. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe you didn't say that. Maybe my brain was.
You got to be a mature person, bro. You got to be ready for it because you got to have to deal with a mama, daddy, and you know what I'm saying. Pause. You have to deal with the moms or pops that's going to be in this child's life, and how much they're going to be in their life, and what they do to the child, and how it affects the child, and how they treat you. It's a lot of stuff that you have to approach a certain way with a maturity, man. If you don't, it's not going to work. To be honest with you, so yeah, from that perspective, if you think that, no. But if you're ready for it, yeah, go for it, man.
Justin, what you think, dog?
I'm just gonna come out and say no. That's like I ain't beating around the bush. I mean, this old long-winded Negro over here. I love you, Steve, but my God, bro, like I thought you were saying yes until you got to the end. Like I was confused. I'll let me get to my point. I'm gonna start off with a story because I got a ton of them.
Please do.
So, all right, so this is where I'm coming from. Back when I was out here running around doing my thing, mid 2000s or whatever, I was dating, everybody, every girl who was a woman who was after me. I dated a girl. I shouldn't say girl, but she was like 22. I probably was 23, and she had 3 kids. She had
What?
a 6-year-old, and she had a set of 2-year-old twins.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, she had twins. Okay, got it.
Yes, her twins. Yeah. So she had 3 kids. 2 different fathers.
What?
Again, she was like 22.
All right.
Took her out on a date, had a good time. Went back to her spot. Everything happened that you think would happen in the situation I just said. And I pass out. I wake up in the morning, and the 5-year-old is in the bed watching TV.
No.
That's
Hold on. When you woke up, say that again.
When I woke up, 5-year-old was in the bed watching TV.
Was your ass out?
I was covered. I was covered.
I'd say. I
Tell
must
more.
say, man.
I was covered.
Not an important detail though.
No, it is.
No. Listen, dog, because that could have been wild. That could be wild.
Yeah,
watching TV, cartoons, your ass out. You're like,
yo. So this is where I'm coming from. I had only known this girl for maybe 2-3 weeks before we went out. So it was literally, brand new person. And you comfortable enough to have your kids in the house. First time we fool around, I didn't even know her kids was home. So there's that, because I wouldn't have went back to the crib.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, you comfortable enough to have your kid come in the room with a man you don't know. And they was all girls. She had 3 girls. So I never really talked to her again after that. I thought that was a violation for her kids more than me, to have me around a strange man, interrupted y'all Saturday morning vibe, because obviously that's what the kid did every Saturday morning. I'm here messing the flow up. And it made me feel uneasy, and it take a lot to make me feel uneasy. And I just always thought about, if that was my baby's mom and my daughter called me and told me there was some dude in the bed when she went to watch TV, we got an argument. Somebody might get chokeslammed, and somebody ain't gonna be me. And I don't condone domestic violence at all, but you don't put my kids, especially my little girls, around no strange men. So for me, it's always been a no. My mom was a single mother when she was raising me and my brother, and she dated not too often, because we didn't play that shit. You came to pick her up, we grilling you. We don't really got too much to say. Kind of making these old dudes nervous. Again, it wasn't a lot of old dudes. It was maybe one or two, but they was old to me. They wasn't old, but you know what I'm saying. Making them nervous. You know, we grilling these dudes. You know, we saying weird stuff, make the dude uncomfortable or whatever. So being a product of it, and then then full circle moment, seeing it as a grown man, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm not saying it can't be done. Excuse me. I have people in my family who you know have spouses that may have had a child previous to them. And everything works out. Some people can do it, some people can't. I can't. I don't think that it should be done. Like Steve was saying, the discipline aspect, I bark on my kids. Like, sit your ass down. I don't want to tell somebody else's kid, sit your ass down. And now the father's at the door. You was yelling at my son, you was yelling at my daughter. Yeah, your kid don't know how to act. Ain't no man listening to another man say their kid don't know how to act. That is a reason to fight this man. I avoid it. I don't need to be raising somebody else's walking around semen. I have days I don't want to raise my own semen. Y'all looking confused, but at the end of the day, all we is an egg and a semen. We walking around. So I'm a biologist. I see things differently. Excuse me, but nah,
man. That's
at the end of the day, I can't do it. I don't condone it. Stay single, fellas. Don't mess with these women with kids. You put a seed in them and you don't already got somebody and that's who you want to be with. You take care of your situations, but I say avoid it like the plague. More money. What you got?
All right, y'all. Okay, this is real interesting. I know it was gonna go like this. Actually, I probably did. I did. Sorry, I did. So I do think, well, what I really think is people that have kids, women and men, should find somebody that has a kid too. Like, I think they can understand the responsibilities that each one has, if that makes sense.
That does make sense.
So I think people that have a child or children should find another person that has a child. I think that it makes sense that they understand the responsibilities that they have. The expectations won't be, as needy or the same. They can have the same expectations towards each other. And I know a lot of, I've heard, well, I know people that have maybe one person that had like a football team of kids. She told me,
know somebody.
Huh?
I said we all know somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I know the person too. But anyway, I'm not going to do charades. I'm not going to do this because y'all gonna be like, yo, how are you even talking to this person like that? So yeah, who's you at? Anyway,
Yeah.
No. So randomly they were, y'all know the person too, but randomly they told me this, like, yeah, I don't want a guy with kids. And my mom was like, why are you telling me that? Good. You got a football team. No, she ain't want me. She didn't want me. No, wasn't that type of party. It was some random talk. And I was like, oh, so that was that person's preference,
Ridiculous.
That they didn't want a guy with kids. But why would you want a guy with no kids? You have a good starting 5 of kids, and you want that guy to be around those kids. I will never understand that. I just think single people should try to find single people with no kids should find or look for people with no kids, and people that have kids should either find somebody with kids or go back to the baby daddy or baby mama or try to reconcile their relationship.
I agree.
Reconcile their relationship because a lot of things can be worked out.
Yeah, because you got more in common having that kid than you don't have in common.
Think about it like this. If I look at the lady, unfortunately, hey y'all, I'm sorry, ladies, but if I look at the lady I'm telling them sorry right now. I'm sorry, y'all. But if I look at you right now, I know in my mind that Daniel or Michael can come back and clap your cheeks up.
Yes,
What?
that's a fact.
That's
a fact.
his.
That's a fact.
That's his. I
His,
hate to say
his,
it like that, but
his
that's
seed came out of there.
Wait. So y'all saying that you can always slap after you have the baby? Always?
if
Ooh,
that was your baby's mother, Steve, if that's your baby's mother, right? And you're not with the baby's mother, you mean to tell me you couldn't go back, play some H Town or whatever you want to play? What a Drew Hill, whatever you
oh,
say like that, Unleash the Dragon, and
ow,
start clapping them up.
ow.
Get up on the stool, whatever you, however you do it, dog.
You know what?
This,
You
this
know,
nigga said you get on a
that's
stool.
always a thing. That is always a thing, right? That is always a thing. But you know, in some
I'm not saying
scenarios, and people
permanent.
that I know, you know what I'm saying, they don't like their baby moms or baby dads for nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying? But it is something that doesn't definitely does happen often. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it all depends, man. You know what
It
I'm saying? Yeah,
it
yo,
does depend.
as somebody that is willing to do it, this is all I'm saying. Like it takes a different type of person. I'm not
Mhm.
saying not to do it, yo. It all depends on how you care about the person. If you care enough about the person to want to be with them, you be with them. If you love somebody enough to be with them, you be with them. If not, then yo, man, then obviously it is what it is. But you, you know, like it's a lot of things that happen, man, depending on the person that you're with. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm from scenario where you know my dad is a stepdad. You know what I'm saying? And I know that you know you love somebody, you care about somebody, you do what you can, you try to be the best you can to raise somebody else's kid. You do. Some people do it phenomenally, and other people don't. You know what I'm saying? But there's
I
a lot of people out here that have step parents that are good people, bro. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
I'm totally
so
agree with
don't
you.
say no. Don't say no
No,
about it.
no,
It's a thing.
no. When I'm gonna ask you a question here with that as well, since you said it. Okay, so nothing wrong with the stepdad. I think that's amazing. Stepdad, stepmother, fine. That's great. But how about that woman was done having kids?
Done
oh,
having kids, and you
Now
came.
you're
Wouldn't
single.
you?
Now you're single. You don't have a child. You don't have a child. But that person doesn't want to have a child anymore, but they want you.
I know people in my lifetime that I've met that have, you know, kids that are older or whatever the case may be, and they aren't married, and they could be. I mean, they are married, I should say, and they couldn't
Mhm.
be happier with, you know, not having another child. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, yo, as certain scenarios with men, you make sacrifices equally as such as women because there's some men that can't have kids too. You
Absolutely.
know,
yeah.
so it sways. It has to sway. There's no no's involved when it comes to somebody that you care about. If you care about somebody, you care about them, regardless of how many kids they have, how many kids they don't have. This is the person that you love. So if you're gonna mess with them like that, and it comes with whatever baggage and it's something that you want to claim, go for it, bro. Don't look at it from a negative perspective if you care about people. You have to. You can't look at it from that perspective.
I hear you. I was just always thinking about,
I know.
looking at
You think
I
about
think about the future me or the
yeah,
future you.
future you,
I think about the future you. Now, what is
that
it?
makes
My
perfect sense.
future me, my now me may feel a certain way, but is that good for my future me? That's how I always look at. Unfortunately, I look at everything like that. Business,
And
everything. And that's not necessarily a good thing. I know that.
it's not
I'm just
necessarily
saying.
good or bad, but yeah, you should do that. Everybody should do that. And if
Yeah,
you know that
always.
wasn't for you, Mo, then that wasn't for you. But it
Yeah,
could be for somebody else. And that's all it is. It's just not for you. You know what I mean? And I respect it. I
what's the
do.
saying? One man's trash is another man's
That's man's
treasure.
treasure.
Very
He could be
true.
So
like, yo, this is the most amazing thing ever. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Crazy.
The kid could be great. The vagina could be great.
Oh
If
God.
sir,
Hey,
stop,
tell the
stop.
truth. Tell the truth.
I mean, if you got a football team, you got to start in five. You got to be doing something for me to keep coming back. I'm
Oh
sorry if you
Lord.
got that many kids. Just
And then
saying.
you
And
say consistent.
Consistent.
Hey, listen, I
From the
remember
school of hard knocks,
he was saying keep the same
still
energy.
sharp as steel, still sharp as
Yeah.
steel. Oh my gosh, yo,
Yeah,
man.
man.
All right, yo. So on a different note, from my perspective, man, and what I'm going to bring to the table, it's going to be nuts. All right,
Yeah.
it's going to be nuts. But it's something that I was on the phone earlier with one of my boys, and the conversation of getting the salad tossed was thrown in the air.
What you say?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this
Forward.
man.
So I'm like, wait, 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 wait,
This
wait, 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 wait,
man.
wait, 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 wait. Listen, I'm like,
This
why is
man.
it that this is something that is big now? Like, why do people like to go out of their way to do that? Right? Like, I was talking to Tone tonight, right? And he
He
told me a
put
scenario.
him on
He
blast.
said his name.
Yo, we talking to Tony tonight. Nah, bro. Talking to Tony tonight because I'm keeping it a buck. He didn't say that nuts, but he was like, how dare somebody go out of their way to eat someone's ass, right?
Totally
But look
didn't
at a
hear.
brown
I don't know what you said.
and look at a brown banana and say, I won't eat that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
Oh,
dare somebody do that? You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
And it's so popularized on in the music and all types of stuff like that. Fellas, we grew up in an era where that was just not the thing to do, right? So apparently it's the thing to do for dudes now. Come on, man.
All
Speak
right.
to me. Like, talk to me. Just go to Justin. Yeah,
All
talk to
right.
me,
Let's
Justin.
go. Let's go.
Can we
So,
clarify,
oh,
Justin? Did he mean booty warrior? Is he talking about? Is he talking
No,
about?
that's not
no.
about booty.
Are
I'm talking
you
about booty
Eating
work.
ass?
I'm
are
talking
you
about men and like the whole phenomenon of like the that what people do in that area, tossing the salad or whatever the case be. It's a big
Yeah,
thing.
sounds
Our
so
like
rap
men do?
artists, all types of
Yeah.
everybody goes after it nowadays. I'm trying to figure
So
out why.
is it
What's
men?
happening?
Is it men doing it to women, or men getting it done to them, or just the whole thing in general?
Everything in general.
Everything in general. All right.
Yeah.
So to quote the great scholar, Mr. Cameron Giles from Dipset fame, Harlem World, he had a verse on his second album, SDE, which I then quoted in my senior yearbook quote. I don't eat nothing that could walk away. That was the early 2000s, late 90s philosophy for most men. Now, in hindsight, I now know a lot of us was fronting because a lot of us was doing it. We just wasn't telling everybody. And then I'm not even talking about tossing salad. I'm just talking about getting at the cat. That was you, DMX. You cat can eat off the plate all you want, but not D. Everybody was eating off the plate. Let's just be real. Cats was eating off the plate, and it was taboo to go around and tell people you was going down on your girl. So to fast forward 20 years, and these dudes then went from you don't even really talk about going down on your girl. That's between you and your lady. Girls wouldn't talk about really going down on their guys like that. We know the girls that did talk about going down on their guys like that because they had a reputation and they was doing it to everybody. So everybody knew about it. And that's how that got out. But for the most part, when people was getting busy with their mouths, they wasn't really saying nothing about it. So again, for 20 years later, from people to go where it's hush, hush, I'm giving a blowjob, I'm eating some cat, to everybody eating ass, our society has went to shit literally.
You ain't lying.
Like, come on, B. Like, how is that the most popular thing going
Oh,
on right now? And again, I'm pretty sure people was doing it the whole time. Nobody was talking about it. I personally don't give a shit what anybody does in their bedroom at all.
absolutely.
At all. So
Absolutely.
I should not know that you like tossing salad, period.
Please. And thank you.
At all. I don't think that, I mean, it is what it is. My nickname is literally was Freak Nasty growing up. So I am the last to judge someone on their sexual exploits and their behaviors and things that they think about. But I'm also not gonna, proclaim it to the world that I'm out here, eating the booty like groceries.
Jeez, God.
I'm not gonna go out here and say that.
Thank you, bro.
Like that's where I'm coming from. I mean, there's a certain level of respect you're supposed to have for yourself and the person you sleeping with. Like, yo, for real. Like, You're not supposed to know what people is doing. If I tell you in confidence that I did something with I don't know, Sally from the Valley, I tell y'all too I did something. If somebody called me and tell me, oh, I heard you messing with Sally from the Valley, either Sally told or y'all two told, because I ain't telling nobody else. And if I call Sally and she say I ain't tell, I know it's one of y'all two. But now I'm just gonna pick my phone up. Oh, I just tossed the chick salad from the club. Come on, bro. Come on. And I was not for the mass during COVID. I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Okay. But this is where I'm going. Hear me out. Dudes was all I'm not putting a mask on. I'm not this, I'm not that. You go to a club, you get the big booty girl who been dancing all night, and you're gonna take her home, a stranger, and you're gonna eat her ass out. Y'all niggas got no shame, y'all got no morals. All right. Like, come on now. You're gonna put a condom on, but you can put your tongue in somebody's asshole. What's wrong with y'all dudes, bro? Mo, take this, because I'm getting disgusted thinking about how these dudes don't like people once walk around. Oh, you must got bumps on your tongue and dick. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Bumps on the tongue, bumps on the you need to bear with the bumps on. All right. So I'm
hard to pump and bump.
That was
hard pumps and bumps.
I seen it live.
bumps. Yeah, I know you saw it live. I'm still hurt about it. I'm still upset. You saw bumps in the bump.
Almost made it.
I was waiting for
Almost
Steve.
made it.
I was waiting for Steve at the work. I'm still mad, guy. Okay.
I seen it with Steve's brother too. That's what's even crazy about it.
Crazy he called you on the phone.
Almost got there too, man.
And yo, he's like, Mo, it pumps in the bump. I was like, God. He was right.
Mo was like, damn, dog.
I was hurt.
He was out there. I seen the look of disappointment.
Live at 5. It's all good.
Okay. So eating the salad, tossing salad. Go on,
man. Why the hell we get here, man? We even brought Tone into this. My apologies.
Shout out to Tone.
Man, Steve just said, "Oh yeah, I was on the phone with Tone." I'm like, "Yo, really?"
I told him. I was telling him about. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Nobody's off limits in this thing. So, yeah. Hey, listen. When it comes to the booty, I don't want to have nothing to do with the booty, because what comes out of that booty, I don't want to. I'm cool with that area behind you. And see, guys, y'all know I dabble in fitness, so I deal with a lot of ladies in fitness.
I know where this is going.
I hate to do this. I'm sorry, lady. I don't mean to do
what?
I know where it's going.
It's just,
oh my God, what's about to happen?
Just like the great Milli Vanilli said, girl, you know it's true. We can be working out in class, and listen, if you working out in my class for an hour, you ain't gonna come out there non-sweaty. You gonna come out there like you in Sahara Desert, the ocean, the hottest of the sun, the nastiest of the nasty, right? So it's one thing about you having dry fit stretch pants, but listen, you going to Trader Joe's and those things, I shouldn't see you at 2 p.m. in the same stuff you got on.
What time was the class?
Class is at 10, dog. Class is at 10. 2
You
p.m.
got that.
Yeah, that's the marination. See, listen, I know ladies on a different level. I know them. I'm not saying funky. I'm just saying I know them on a different level. And not everybody, listen, I don't know how these dudes be behind there, putting their face in their head, in the booty, nothing but the ears in there. You only see their ears. It's none of my business what they do. Again, just like Justin said, yeah, yo, dog. Hey, listen, heads all in there, nothing but ears, man. I don't know what oxygen mask they got in there, oxygen tank, how they breathe it. It's none of my business. But look, y'all brought it here.
Yo, man, look. Look, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. All right, so from my perspective, y'all both know, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy.
What's your
Your
nickname?
boy, my boy, your boy back in a long time ago, about 2001, 2002.
What's the
You know what I'm
nickname?
saying? My man's and them gave me the most horrible nickname of all time,
He's avoiding you.
which is BMC abbreviated Booty Munch Crunch. Now, that being said,
Say a lot of things.
I never was a
Mike,
part of
I
that.
don't
I
think
never
your
was a
mic
part of
picking up.
that fad. I never was a part of that fad. But it was crazy to me, right? Because that was my name back then, right? Booty Munch Crunch. You know what I'm saying?
The
It's a
mic is
thing
fumbling when you
now.
say it.
It's like it's popular. It's like embraced in so many different ways. I've heard stories of chicks eating NBA dudes' butt cheeks out so crazy that they get pink eye the next day. I've heard stories of
Oh,
dudes that I know personally that lean a leg back and get licked like they getting shot by a shoe up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Steve,
hey,
Steve,
it's crazy it's such a thing. I'm surprised by it.
listen though.
Genuinely.
Listen. I was just going on dudes doing that. I was just going on dudes, but you bringing up ladies. Ladies is a bunch of
They
freak
do
monsters.
too.
Ladies is a bunch of freak monsters, dog. They
Freak
listen.
monsters.
They listen.
Hey man,
They
Tank
know
had,
it.
I'm sorry.
Tank had a song. Remember, he was on the Breakfast Club. He was like, "Let that woman eat." He was singing it. He sang it.
Dude,
This
Tank
was
always
like
singing
3 years
something.
ago.
Always singing something. Tank always singing something.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, man. That was my rant for the day, man. I just
Wow.
can't believe I was having that conversation earlier for us,
I'm
and it's such
surprised.
a thing that people do. I'm
Wow.
sorry, Justin. It's on you, brother. It's your
All
turn.
right. All right. See, everybody always expect me to have a crazy shit. I'm going last today. I can't even follow that up. Because my shit is kind of serious today.
Please, I'm good.
That's
All
the
right.
best way to bring it in.
Yeah. So here we go. We live in a time where a candy bar is $3. Me and Steve got kids. Mo, you don't have any children. Kids like candy. You give your kid a $5 bill, they coming back and asking you for more money because they can't buy two things no more in the store. You got to give your kids a 20. And everything is more expensive. Yeah, gas is going down, but average price of a car is like 35K. Housing's through the roof. Everything is ridiculous right now. We live in probably one of the worst financial times when it comes to inflation that we've ever dealt with in our lifetime. And where I'm going with this is, how important do you guys think it is in today's society to have multiple income streams to live a productive and fruitful and fulfilled life? I'm not talking scraping and surviving like goddamn good times. I'm talking about, and I'm also not talking about 3 to 5 vacations a year. I'm talking your family set, you got some money in the bank, you can take that vacation, and when you come back from that vacation, you still can pay your mortgage, you still can pay your rent, you're still making your car note. You're not breaking the bank to do stuff. So how important is it to have multiple income streams 2024 and beyond? Mo, you go first.
Well, I'm happy you brought it to me. Listen, I have multiple income streams, and even from the things I do, it's so interactive with people. My jobs, my actually businesses are like interactive with people. So when COVID happened and you shut down bringing me to people, what happens then? So it doesn't matter how many streams of income I had to go reach people. So what do I have to do now? Besides what I'm already doing now, since COVID is back, I am reaching people still and have to go to people. But I think it's always good to try to touch people remotely through the screen. A lot of people become very uh, comfortable with a phone, looking at a phone, looking at something daily, right? So I had to figure out how to bring my attention to the screen how I would in personally. And from doing that, that actually is a lot better in a way because I get to touch more people and reach more people at a astounding rate, like the 1 note challenge. People are doing the 1 note challenge. My Instagram people, shout out to y'all, all over the place, all over the place. I just did an Usher song, and a lot of people are saying from our culture that are black, that's so easy. That's so easy. How are people getting this wrong? I said, I did this song for a reason to make you understand that our culture of music is big to us, but the world, not everybody knows that specific Usher song. Not everybody is a deep R&B fan. Not everybody's a deep rap fan. This world is bigger than our people think so small.
Yeah.
People think so small. So the multiple screen back to multiple streams of income, you need to have it. I think that's a necessity. I don't know anyone secure, like will be secure with just maybe content, but secure with one job, unless I guess with finance, banking, maybe. I guess because the hours take you so long, but dude, there's 24 hours in a day. I'm trying to get them all. I'm trying to get them all anyway, anyhow. And it's actually great with these platforms, these TikToks and different things. I do my DJ live. I do my DJ live for my TikTok people, and it's from all over. And I'm always shouting them out. I say, guys, let me know where you are because I want to know the time frame. I want to know if they're in Cali. I want to know if they're in Guam. I want to know where you guys are. Some people were vibing to my music on the Navy boat, saying they're gonna get back in 4 months. We're all listening to your stuff right now. That's powerful, man. It's powerful to reach and touch people. And I think that to be secure right now and to go away on vacations, make sure your family's good, make sure everything's good, especially throughout this past COVID 4 years ago, dude, you're gonna have to do more than one thing. Steve, go for it, man.
Absolutely. Um, I know plenty of people, and shame on me for not at the moment. You know what I mean? And I have so many people kicking me in the butt about some of the abilities that I have, and how I should have been utilizing them for a very long time. But I do know a lot of people that push themselves. You two dudes right here. Between fitness and DJing, and between your consulting company, sneaker consultant, and your new venture with the what's the names
Vending machines.
vending
In the machine.
with the vending machines, constantly like forward movement. Um, like you touched on for a second, Justin. Growing up, bro, we used to take $1 and go to the corner store. There was a corner store right at the bottom of my hill. And I'd go there and I'd be able to buy so much stuff. With 4 bags of chips. You had so many different
Yep.
combinations. 4 bags of chips, honey bun. You know what I'm saying?
A drink.
Yeah, you get a drink in there. So many different combinations. And the combinations were damn near endless. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Everybody from the area, from that's whether you from any kind of place that have a bodega, you know what I'm saying? Yo, they
Yep.
gonna give you had to flip around with that dollar. You was up in with $2, it was dangerous,
Hmm.
and now, man, $2 can barely even get you anything anywhere. And that's just us. We have parents that had parents that used to move for pennies and dimes and nickels and quarters and be able to get the same amount of stuff plus more with lesser money,
Yeah.
right? We're the generation to see that our money, this paper currency that we've seen so far, doesn't really hold value because everything is going up. You can see these things on TikTok, people walking down, the aisles, scanning stuff, and then showing like years before and how much more it is now versus then. This is the inflation is deadly, and the only way for you to be able to survive is if you either have, a job that's paying you the money that you're looking to be paid, right? Or you're doing your dream job. If you're doing your dream, you're doing something that you love, it's making you money because you love it. You putting
Mhm.
your energy into it. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta hustle. You know, to quote your man, you know, Cameron, man, he said one of the greatest lines ever, man. You know, you
My
can't make
line.
money in the earthless big, you worthless kid. You know what I'm saying? He said that. And it's the truth. I know plenty of people that live from that perspective, and everybody that has that mindset is doing big things. And you know, it's you have to have it. It's the only way to have it. Everybody I talk to all the time tells me, you know, push yourself to get to where you need to be. You got to have a plan. You got to do what you need to do and make things happen. So, and especially the way money is today, like you said, you got to give. We used to go down to the store, $1. You got to give your daughter two things to come back. Or you got to give her $20 to come back with two things.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make no sense. But another phenomenal topic, my good sir. But how do you feel, sir?
Well, I know it's a necessity. Um, I peeped game of how things was going. I think it might have been 2019 or so. I noticed things were getting a little weird. This is pre-COVID. I didn't know any of that was going to happen, but I just started noticing things just being weird. I can't even describe to you. I think it was food prices or whatever. I'm kind of like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris, the father, on the show, because I'm like, oh, that's 49 cents worth of juice you just spilled on the floor. I be saying shit like that to my kids all the time. But I started noticing that I went from saying, oh, that's 49 cents worth of juice on the floor to that's 70 cents worth of juice. That's $1 worth of juice you just spilled on the floor. And they was, my wife and the kids, they're looking at me crazy. And I'm like, yo, this half gallon of this juice is now $5. It was $1.50 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I start, that's what it was. I start peeping game from the groceries because I like to barbecue. So I start seeing the price of the meat go up. I start seeing the price of the corn go up. And what do they use to feed the cows? Corn.
Corn.
So if the price of the corn is going up, the price of your beef is going up. And then the price of your gas goes up too. Somehow it's all correlated. I'm not an economics major. I don't claim to be, but I do notice patterns in our society. And when I started paying more for, chicken wings, because everybody like a wing off the grill unless you're a vegan. Like that's just what time it is. And once chicken wings start getting crazy, I was like, something ain't right. I gotta figure something out. Fortunate enough for me, COVID shut the world down, and Big Gun Daddy, I'm bringing him up every week.
Come
Big Gun
on.
Daddy
Come on.
started Operation Warp Speed to come up with a COVID vaccine. Your boy just happens to be an expert on getting drugs approved by the FDA from a quality assurance standpoint. You know why? I read a lot of books. I'm a nerd. And guess what? He pumped in $10 billion into the economy. I have 4 jobs in 2022. Ain't missed another deadline on those 4 jobs. Was banking. I can't even get the
Yeah.
words out. I was caking so hard.
I remember like yesterday. He was like, "Yo,
dur-
bro, I got another job.
Yep,
I'm working
kept
4
getting
jobs
it.
right now. B, how could this happen? I'll never forget it.
My family was calling me a Headley. Remember the Headleys on what was that on Living Color? The
Mm.
Jamaicans, hey man, got to go to work. They was calling me a Headley. They was like, you got to be Jamaican. Like, well, you got to switch to birth. Why you working so hard? I'm like, yo, I'm working so hard because I'm doing it for my last name, my legacy. Like, I know what I deserve out of life. Period. And I know that it's not coming from looking up at the sky. Shout out to my religious folks, but God he don't bless people who don't go out and get it. And that's the fact. Beggars don't just suddenly one day go out in the street and somebody bless them with 50 mil. That don't happen. If you was homeless and you was on the street and you got to 50 mil, you grind it. You took what talent you knew you had and you used that to get to that point. Nobody's handing out money. The women who, sugar babies and, get the money from the men or whatever, you're not just getting that money because you're pretty. You're doing something else for it. Like, ain't nobody stupid out here. We know what time it is. If you want something, you got to work for it. It's all about what you're willing to put in to get out of life. I've been working hard like this because I'm trying to set an example for my daughters. I see the way society's going. I'm not saying everybody's like these people on social media, but a lot of people want to be influencers that are under the age of 18 at this point. And a lot of these influencer is under tables giving mean sloppy toppy, men and women, to get these checks, to get these views, to get these major looks. Because let's just be real. Like I said, overnight success, I said it last week, it don't come out of nowhere.
It sounds like a freak off.
Yes, you want to sell your soul, or you want to sell your skills to get the money. I sell my skills to get money. I use my brain to come up with alternative ways to make money. I start selling sneakers because my brother sent me a clip of this little boy, little white kid in Miami with Khaled. And he was like, how's business? You guys know what I'm talking about. Business is booming. And this kid had like 10 G's and he was counting the money and it was off of selling sneakers. And I was like, this little dude, well, I'm going to say this little corny motherfucker got 10 G's from selling sneakers. I could get money selling sneakers. I was fly before this dude was even thought of. Like, you know, his mom should have swallowed as far as I'm concerned, but I digress. The point that I'm making is it's so much money out here that when I seen that kid, I was like, you know what? I'm getting in the sneaker game. And I got in the sneaker game. I made a lot of flips. I made a lot of money doing that. I'm doing vending machines. I'm getting into vending machines. It's slow money, but it's better than no money.
It's true.
I'd rather have somebody paying me $25 a day for literally sitting on my couch versus paying somebody $25 a day for sitting on my couch. You know, it's about what's coming in, and people are going to be watching it. Oh, what's $25 a day? That's that money I was talking about at the convenience store for my kids. So I don't have to go in my pocket and even touch the money that we're using because I got income coming in that could get them the snacks, that could get them the little toys. Shit, a few years ago, I was in Disney for like 11 days. And everybody was like, how can you afford to go to Disney for 11 days? That's crazy. Like, you must have spent a boatload of money on that. Now I had 3 jobs and I was working 2 of them on vacation. Y'all just didn't see me posting about waking up at 3, 4 in the morning to make sure I got my emails out for the day so that I could go back to sleep for 2 hours so I could wake up to be at the park when the park opened and I'm checking emails on my phone while we waiting in line and sending emails out to people. This is when the world was letting people be remote, though. They want everybody back in the office. So I'm not giving up no industry secrets. But this is how I was living. This is how I was moving around out here. Like, I had 2, 3 phones. I had 2 laptops with me at all times. I had a hotspot. And I was getting to the bread. And it wasn't nobody going to stand in my way from getting it. And that's how I feel. At the end of the day, I'm the head of my family. I got to provide. If my mom needs something, I got to get from my mom. If my girls need something, I got to get for my girls. If my wife needs something, I got to get for them. I got a lot of women, my goddaughter. I got a lot of women I care about.
I hear you. I hear that.
I need to make sure they straight. And where I'm going full circle, I don't want them doing the shady, nasty shit to get the money like Cassie did for all those years. And, I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want the world to see her getting beat up by some famous man that was paying her $250,000 a month. And the only reason you left is because he lowered the amount of money he was going to give you every month. Let's just be real about what some of these people do to get their money. And I don't want my daughters, my mom, my wife, my goddaughter to have to go out here and deal with these unscrupulous, dirty men that will pay you ridiculous amounts of money to eat the goddamn groceries. Like, I'm sorry. It's it's full circle.
It's
I'm
true.
teaching them it's a better way to get it. You don't have yo. I get one of the things that pisses me off the most when people say about my daughters, oh, they're so pretty, they're so cute, they're so this. It's always about their looks. How about they're intelligent? How about they're funny as all hell? How, they got a lot of other things going for them from their looks, than their looks. At the end of the day, people turn into the brown banana, Steve. You're not always going to be aesthetically pleasing as a man or a woman. Your looks fade, your mind can fade, but it takes a lot longer for your mind to fade than your looks. So that's how I feel about the multiple streams of income. Go out there and get it without having to be on your knees or on your back or bent over to get it. That's where it comes from for me. You gotta hustle, you gotta work.
Makes perfect sense, man. Solid statement. Solid statement from you as well. More money, you know what I mean? Touching the world, doing what you got to do to survive, bringing that good energy to everybody. The international DJ. You know what I mean? And with the fitness as well, freak. You being that dude. You know what I mean? That always out there with the hustle, and me needing to learn that I have one of the dopest gifts ever, and I need to start hustling more. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that was a solid statement, solid question, Justin. I must say, man. But it's my time to shine. My money ready to get us out of there.
Yeah, all right, all right. Time to
Wrap it up.
all right now. Wrap up, guys. Wrap up. We up out of here. But before we get up out of here, I want to let you guys know about this word called if. Uh on my TikTok live, we do some DJing on there every morning, early mornings. A woman said, if I get married, you're gonna be my DJ. And I kind of like almost shut down all the music and everything. And I said, if it's not good enough, take if out of your vocabulary. Everybody, the universe does not give you if. When I get proposed to, you will be my DJ, Mo. When. The universe responds to when, it doesn't respond to if. If is never good enough. If I do, that doesn't do it, y'all. When it happens, when you have to start putting stronger words out there. You can't just be talking about if. If is like this, broke wrist.
Drakish.
Oh,
If is very sensitive. If it's not doing it, all right, y'all. If it's not doing it for the universe, it's not going to work out for you. When positive affirmations, positive words, speak with intention, and the universe is going to give it back to you. All right. On that note, fellas, we are out of here. Third episode closed. Everybody has a mic except for Steve Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce back, bro. I'm gonna bounce back, man.
Baby.
Yeah.
You got no choice because you turning us into liars, bro.
Please be safe until the next.
All right, bros.
Love always.